Have you ever invested in expensive wrinkle creams or popped the latest anti-aging supplements only to find you still feel drained and old on the inside? It's frustrating. You're not alone. The truth is, most quick-fix anti-aging methods only treat surface symptoms. A fancy cream might temporarily tighten skin, but it won't restore the energy and vitality you're missing. Many women 35 plus try restrictive fad diets to feel younger or lose weight, yet end up more fatigued and stressed. Why do these approaches so often fail? Because they don't address the root causes of aging. Wrinkles and low energy aren't just caused by a lack of products, they're signs of internal imbalances. For example, you might smooth your skin externally, but still feel tired and heavy inside if you haven't fixed your metabolism or hormones. In short, most anti-aging fads work outside in, when real rejuvenation has to happen inside out. Hook takeaway: it's time to shift from chasing miracles in a jar to understanding aging as an inside job. In this video, we'll peel back the hype and show a structured, science-backed path to lasting beauty and energy from within. What is aging really? Beyond the gray hairs and laugh lines, aging is fundamentally a metabolic process. Think of your body as a complex engine. Over time and with wear and tear, the engine's efficiency changes. After about age 35, a woman's metabolism and hormones naturally begin to shift. Cells don't repair as fast, energy production slows, and hormonal signals that once kept us youthful start to fluctuate. In other words, aging isn't just about years. It's about what's happening inside your cells and organs. When your metabolism slows down or becomes sluggish, you might notice classic aging signs: fatigue, weight creeping on despite no diet changes, dull skin, or brain fog. This happens because your body isn't turning fuel into energy as effectively as before. If we frame aging this way, as changes in metabolic and hormonal function, a hopeful idea emerges. We can influence it. By nurturing our metabolism, supporting our hormones, and reducing internal stressors, we can actually slow down and, in some aspects, reverse the manifestations of aging. In the next sections, we'll explore the pillars of this inside-out approach, from the hormones and cellular powerhouses that drive aging to the targeted nutrition and lifestyle habits that keep us vibrant. You'll learn how structured nutrition, hormonal balance, and daily routines can help you feel and look younger, not through magic, but through metabolism. Let's dive into the science of aging gracefully so you can take charge of your beauty and energy for the long haul. First, let's talk about hormones, the chemical messengers that run the show in your body. As we age, our hormone levels and balance change significantly. For women over 35, this can be a game changer. You've probably heard of estrogen and progesterone dropping in midlife, but it doesn't stop there. Thyroid hormones, which control metabolism, might begin to slow down. When that happens, your entire metabolism slows, meaning your body's youthful processes decelerate. You might notice dry skin or thinning hair, which can be linked to low thyroid function or nutrient deficiencies that come with it. Stress hormones like cortisol often rise with chronic stress. More on cortisol soon, and insulin, the hormone that regulates blood sugar, can creep up if we become more insulin resistant. Imbalances in these hormones, higher cortisol and insulin, lower thyroid or sex hormones, essentially send your body aging signals: store more fat, repair skin slower, feel more tired. On the flip side, when your hormones are in balance, your body gets signals to repair, regenerate, and rev up metabolism. A key part of anti-aging from the inside is identifying and correcting hormone imbalances. For example, if you have excess belly fat and fatigue, it might not be laziness at all. It could be chronically high cortisol or insulin making weight loss difficult. If you're in perimenopause, declining estrogen can lead not only to wrinkles and drier skin, but also to mood changes and slower metabolism. The good news is, through diet, lifestyle, and sometimes targeted supplements, we can nudge these hormones back toward a more youthful profile. Think of hormones as the software running your body systems. By your late 30s and 40s, that software needs an update to keep things running smoothly. We'll be doing that update with our structured approach. Now, the other side of the coin, mitochondria. These are your cell's tiny power plants, the engines in each cell that produce energy, ATP. When we're young, our mitochondria are abundant and efficient, giving us plenty of oomph. As we age, especially if our lifestyle isn't ideal, mitochondria can become less effective or even decrease in number. Ever wonder why fatigue increases with age? One reason is mitochondrial slowdown. Less energy at the cellular level means less energy for you. Mitochondrial dysfunction is even linked to muscle weakness as we get older. Your cells just aren't producing the power they used to. It's also a source of oxidative stress. Think of it like internal rusting, when mitochondria don't burn fuel cleanly. But before you get worried, note that we can support our mitochondria. Regular movement and exercise signal your body to make more mitochondria, especially strength training, which tells muscles we need more power factories. Nutrients like CoQ10 and certain B vitamins are known to improve mitochondrial function. These are often part of a good anti-aging nutrition plan. In short, hormones and mitochondria are at the core of aging. If hormones are the messengers that tell your body to speed up or slow down age-related processes, mitochondria are the batteries that give those processes energy. When we focus on anti-aging, we target these roots. We aim to balance hormones like cortisol, insulin, thyroid, estrogen, and boost mitochondrial health. Do this and you'll naturally see effects like improved metabolism, better muscle tone, more youthful skin, and higher energy. Next, we'll look at how nutrition comes into play, because what you eat is one of the most powerful tools to influence both hormones and cellular health. You are what you eat is especially true when it comes to aging. Structured nutrition means eating in a purposeful way to support your body's youthfulness. This isn't about a harsh diet or calorie obsession. It's about smart choices like food combining, low glycemic eating, and supporting your hardworking liver. Let's break those down. Food combining for balance. How you combine foods at each meal can determine whether that meal heals you or harms you. Ever feel sleepy and bloated after a big lunch? That's often due to a high carb, high sugar meal causing an insulin spike then crash. Post-meal fatigue is a classic sign of an insulin spike. To avoid this, pair your foods wisely. We emphasize always including protein and fiber whenever you have carbohydrates. For example, instead of just a bagel, which would send your blood sugar soaring, have half a whole grain bagel with some turkey or avocado and a side salad. The protein, healthy fats, and fibers slow down carbohydrate absorption, keeping your blood sugar stable. This is the essence of low glycemic, low GI eating. Why does low GI matter? Because high blood sugar ages you. Excess sugar in the bloodstream leads to glycation, a process where sugar molecules latch onto collagen fibers and make them stiff and malformed, translating to wrinkles and saga skin over time. High insulin from too many refined carbs also tells your body to store fat and can trigger inflammation. So, by combining foods properly and favoring low GI carbs, you're directly combating two age accelerators, spiking insulin and glycation. In practical terms, structured nutrition might mean choosing berries over a soda for sweetness, or combining that pasta with plenty of veggies and a protein so you don't get the usual post-pasta slump. These small tweaks keep your energy steady and skin glowing. Liver support. Your liver might not be the first thing you think of for beauty, but it's a silent hero in anti-aging. The liver is your body's detox factory and metabolic optimizer. It processes everything from last night's wine to your estrogen byproducts. If the liver is overworked or sluggish, toxins and hormones can build up, leading to dull skin, fatigue, and hormonal issues. For instance, estrogen dominance, common in women over 35, can cause heavy periods and bloating, and one root cause is a liver that's not filtering estrogen efficiently. In fact, signs like unusually heavy menstrual cycles can indicate estrogen imbalance, which often improves with proper liver support, e.g. via DIM from cruciferous veggies. We support the liver through nutrition by including plenty of cruciferous vegetables, like broccoli, arugula, cabbage. These contain compounds that help the liver process hormones, adequate protein. The liver needs amino acids to fuel its detox enzymes and limiting toxins, less processed food, alcohol, and excessive medications when possible. A well-fed liver more easily handles the trash cleanup, resulting in clearer skin and more balanced hormones. One visible clue of liver and detox stress is chronic under-eye darkness. Those dark circles that concealer barely hides can actually be a sign of liver/kidney strain and often improve with better hydration and liver support. So yes, sometimes the secret to brighter eyes is not another eye cream, but a happy liver. We also make sure to hydrate, water, and herbal teas, because hydration flushes out waste and keeps the liver's filtration going strong. Anti-inflammatory, nutrient-dense foods. This goes hand in hand with low GI and liver support. We load the diet with nutrient density, foods rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds, while cutting back on pro-inflammatory foods like refined sugar, processed meats, trans fats. Why? Inflammation is a major driver of aging, inflammaging, as some call it. An anti-aging plate is colorful. Think deep green spinach for magnesium, folate, bright orange sweet potatoes or carrots, beta-carotene for skin, berries, vitamin C and antioxidants, and high-quality proteins like wild fish or legumes to provide collagen building blocks and keep muscle mass. Every meal is an opportunity to flood your cells with nutrients that fight oxidative stress and build healthy new cells. For example, vitamin C from berries and citrus is crucial for collagen production, supporting skin elasticity. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish, flax, or chia are powerfully anti-inflammatory, helping calm the redness or irritation in skin and joints. And don't forget zinc and biotin from nuts, eggs, or whole grains, which help keep hair and nails strong. If your nutrition is lacking, you might notice signs like hair loss or very dry skin. These can be tied to missing nutrients and hormone shifts. By prioritizing nutrient-dense foods, we address those deficiencies. One key aspect here is good digestion. You could eat the perfect foods, but if your gut isn't absorbing well, you won't reap the benefits. That's why our structured plan also emphasizes digestion, fermented foods for probiotics, high fiber foods for a healthy gut lining, maybe digestive enzymes when needed. When you improve your digestion, you reduce issues like bloating and ensure all those great nutrients actually get delivered to your skin and tissues. Constant bloating after meals is a sign we take seriously. It calls for a gentle gut reset with enzymes, fiber, and anti-inflammatory foods. In summary, structured nutrition is about making each bite count. We stabilize blood sugar to prevent aging spikes. We support the liver to balance hormones and clear toxins. And we pack in the nutrients that become the building blocks of youthful skin, hair, and energy. It's not about eating less, it's about eating smart. And the best part? This way of eating is enjoyable and satisfying. You'll likely find that following these principles with Health 360's guidance, you're eating plenty, but of the right things, and you won't miss the sugar highs and lows or the nutrient-poor snacks. You'll be too busy enjoying steady energy and the compliments on your glow. They say the skin is a mirror of internal health, and it's true. If you fix the inside, it shows on the outside. This section connects some dots between your gut, your hydration habits, and what you put on your plate with the radiance you see in the mirror. Digestion and the gut-skin axis. Ever notice how some people with food intolerances or gut issues often have skin complaints like acne, eczema, or just a lackluster complexion? The gut and skin are surprisingly connected. Optimal digestion is essential for anti-aging because it's how we extract all those vitamins and amino acids we need for repair. If you have issues like constipation, chronic indigestion, or dysbiosis, imbalanced gut bacteria, it can lead to toxin buildup and inflammation that literally surfaces on your skin. For example, a congested digestive system can mean your body is reabsorbing wastes instead of eliminating them, which may contribute to rashes or sallowness. Our approach encourages a happy gut. We include probiotics through foods like yogurt, kefir, or fermented veggies to support your microbiome, ample fiber, vegetables, fruits, seeds to keep things moving, and digestive enzymes or herbal aids if needed to ensure you truly break down and absorb your food. A neat trick is having a little apple cider vinegar or lemon juice in water before a protein-heavy meal. It can gently boost your stomach's acidity to help digest better. When your gut is in good shape, you're less likely to experience bloating and more likely to absorb skin-loving nutrients like zinc, selenium, and biotin. We've seen clients report that when they cleaned up their diet and healed their digestion, stubborn issues like adult acne or rosacea improved. It makes sense. Reduce internal irritants and provide the good stuff, and your skin thanks you. Remember, healthy digestion is the foundation that allows all other aspects, nutrition, hydration, to fully benefit you. Hydration, the cheapest beauty elixir. If there were a magic potion for youthful skin and vibrant health, plain water would be a top contender. Hydration is often overlooked in fancy anti-aging regimens, yet it's absolutely critical. Every cell in your body is plumped up by water. When cells are well hydrated, Skin looks fuller and lines are less pronounced. When you're dehydrated, skin can look dull and fine lines are more apparent. But hydration isn't just about appearances. It's key for digestion, detoxification, and even joint health. We encourage starting your day with a big glass of water, perhaps with a squeeze of lemon for vitamin C and liver stimulation. This simple habit can flush out toxins that accumulated overnight and rehydrate you after sleep. If you wake up puffy or swollen, it might sound counterintuitive, but drinking water helps. It signals your body to let go of retained fluids. In fact, a quick tip for those puffy morning face days: a glass of lemon water and a light, protein-rich breakfast can clear that swelling much faster than just skipping breakfast or grabbing coffee. During the day, we aim for at least 8 cups, about 2 liters, of water or herbal tea, more if you exercise. Proper hydration helps your kidneys and liver work efficiently, which, as we mentioned, leads to clearer skin and brighter eyes. Those chronic dark under-eye circles? Sometimes the fix is as simple as more hydration and sleep. And let's not forget, water is crucial for lubricating joints and keeping your energy up. Dehydration is a common cause of fatigue and headaches, which can make anyone feel old. So we treat water as an essential daily nutrient. If plain water bores you, Health 360 provides infused water recipes. Think cucumber mint or strawberry basil infusions to make sipping enjoyable. We also monitor your hydration through the day. A little reminder from the app can go a long way to building this habit. Nutrient density for skin and hair. In the nutrition section, we talked about eating nutrient-rich foods. Here's how that directly translates to beauty. Your skin, hair, and nails are essentially built from the nutrients you consume. Collagen, the protein that keeps skin firm and elastic, is made from amino acids, protein, plus supporting vitamins/minerals, vitamin C, copper, silica, etc. If you're skimping on protein or not absorbing it well, your body struggles to repair skin and keep it youthful. That's why we emphasize high-quality protein at each meal. Plant-based or animal, as you prefer, but ensure you get enough. Then there are the antioxidants. These are like rust-proofing agents for your cells. Vitamin C and E beta-carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A, selenium, and polyphenol from colorful plant foods, all help neutralize free radicals that would otherwise damage your skin cells and cause premature aging. When you eat a rainbow of produce, you're dosing your body with these protective compounds. For example, vitamin C from citrus, kiwi, bell peppers not only fights free radicals, but also is required to synthesize collagen. It's literally helping rebuild your skin structure. Vitamin A and its plant form beta-carotene from carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach support skin cell turnover like a natural retinol from within. Zinc, found in pumpkin seeds, lentils, seafood, helps with skin healing and can even reduce acne by controlling inflammation and bacteria. Meanwhile, B vitamins in whole grains, eggs, leafy greens support energy production in cells and keep hair and nails strong. If any of these nutrients are deficient, you might see effects like hair loss, brittle nails, or dry, flaky skin. For instance, hair loss can often be linked to low biotin or collagen or an imbalance in hormones, which is why we recommend foods rich in biotin, like eggs, and even consider a collagen supplement for women post 40. Another common issue: Very dry skin could mean you're lacking essential fatty acids, omega-3s. We address that by including fatty fish, flax seeds, or omega-3 supplements because they help skin's lipid barrier and reduce inflammation. All these details boil down to a simple principle: nourish your body and it will show on your face. By fixing your digestion, staying hydrated, and eating a nutrient-dense diet, you create the internal environment for beauty. One might say, skincare starts in the kitchen and the gut. It's not that creams and serums are useless. They can help, but they work so much better on a person whose cells are nourished and hydrated from the inside. You'll likely find you need fewer products because your skin naturally maintains a healthier balance. For example, less extreme dryness or oiliness when you treat the root causes internally. And an added bonus, these same practices that clear your skin will also improve your overall health and energy. You'll feel as good as you look, and that confidence and vitality truly is the most attractive thing. So far, we've talked about the biochemical side, nutrition, hormones, digestion. Now let's turn to lifestyle, the daily habits and patterns that can either accelerate aging or slow it to a graceful crawl. 3 big lifestyle factors we focus on are stress, cortisol management, sleep and circadian rhythm, and chronic inflammation. Master these, and you'll not only extend your longevity, you'll improve the quality of how you look and feel each day. Stress and cortisol. Modern life is stressful and our bodies bear the brunt. The key stress hormone, cortisol, has a natural rhythm. It should be higher in the morning to get us going, then taper off by night so we can rest. But chronic stress, think work pressure, family responsibilities, or even mental/emotional strain, can distort this rhythm. Some of us run on high cortisol all day, always in fight or flight mode, which can wreak havoc on our health. Others might burn out and have cortisol too low when it should be higher, feeling exhausted in the morning and wired at night. Why does this matter for aging? Because excess cortisol over time is a no-nagger. It breaks down collagen, leading to wrinkles and thinner skin. It encourages fat storage, especially in the belly. Ever heard of stress belly or cortisol belly? It's real. High cortisol leads to visceral fat gain, and it disrupts sleep, which then further accelerates aging. A vicious cycle. High cortisol also eats away at muscle and can weaken bones. In the Health 360 approach, we take stress management as seriously as diet. We teach simple, practical tools to lower cortisol levels day to day. These aren't just feel-good techniques. They have physiological anti-aging benefits. For example, deep breathing exercises and mindfulness can activate your parasympathetic, rest and digest nervous system, which lowers cortisol. Even a quick 5-minute ritual in the evening, say, dimming the lights, lighting a candle, sipping warm herbal tea, and doing 10 slow breaths, can significantly reduce cortisol and cut those stress-induced sugar cravings that often strike at night. Many clients are amazed that when they start managing stress, even if nothing external changes, but their response changes, they see changes in their body, easier weight loss around the middle, fewer breakouts, better digestion, and of course, improved mood. We also incorporate supplements like magnesium or adaptogenic herbs as appropriate to support the adrenals, the glands that produce cortisol, but the cornerstone is lifestyle. We encourage setting boundaries, having short mindfulness breaks during work, and finding active stress busters you enjoy, a nature walk, yoga, dancing in your living room, whatever lowers your pressure. It's not about eliminating stress, impossible. It's about building resilience so stress doesn't steal your youth. Sleep and circadian rhythm. Imagine there was a magic repair button you could press daily to rejuvenate your body. That's what sleep essentially is. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone and goes into intense repair mode. Cells get cleaned up. Damaged DNA is repaired. Your brain flushes out toxins, literally, via the glymphatic system, and skin cells turn over. If you skimp on sleep, you're missing out on that nightly restoration, and it shows. Inadequate or poor quality sleep has been linked to faster aging, both internally and externally. One study found that people with poor sleep had more fine lines, uneven pigmentation, and looser skin than good sleepers of the same age, likely because their bodies had less time to fix the daily wear and tear. It's no wonder that poor sleep quality leads to accelerated aging. So, we prioritize sleep like a cornerstone of the program. We aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep in sync with your circadian rhythm, the natural day-night cycle. This means going to bed ideally by 10 or 11 p.m. when possible, because humans biologically get the best deep sleep before midnight. It also means creating an evening routine that prepares your body for rest, limiting screen blue light an hour before bed. Blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime and suppresses melatonin, your sleep hormone. Maybe doing gentle stretches or reading, keeping the bedroom cool and dark. We even look at morning light exposure, getting outside in the morning or at least sitting by a window with sunlight can help set your circadian clock, so your body knows when to be awake and when to wind down. If you have trouble dragging yourself out of bed each morning, that's a sign your circadian rhythm might be off, or cortisol is low when it should be higher. One solution is bright light first thing to signal good morning to your hormones. Conversely, if you're tired and wired at night, we focus on reducing evening stimulants and doing calming activities to nudge that rhythm earlier. The result of optimizing sleep? You wake up with more energy, your mood improves, and physically, yes, you look fresher. Those under-eye bags and dull skin tones start improving when you consistently get full, healing sleep. In the long run, good sleep protects your brain, reducing risk of Alzheimer's, for instance, and keeps your metabolism humming. Poor sleep can cause insulin resistance and weight gain. We often tell our clients, sleep is the best free anti-aging medicine. We make it a non-negotiable part of the daily routine. If needed, we use tools like calming magnesium glycinate before bed, guided sleep meditations, or even time-restricted eating, not eating too late, to improve sleep quality. One pro tip, finishing your dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bed can dramatically improve your sleep depth and prevent those midnight indigestion issues. It also helps with weight regulation. An early light dinner is a common feature of blue zone cultures known for longevity. Movement and inflammation. While nutrition covers a lot of inflammation fighting, lifestyle contributes too. Regular physical activity is crucial, not just for weight, but for keeping your body young. Exercise has been shown to reduce inflammation markers, improve insulin sensitivity, and even lengthen telomeres, the end caps of DNA that shorten with age, in some studies. We're not talking about punishing workouts or hours in the gym. In fact, overexercising can backfire by raising cortisol and causing wear. We advocate for a balanced exercise routine. Include strength training a few times a week to build muscle and bone density. Incredibly important as we age to prevent frailty and boost metabolism. Some cardio for heart health. And plenty of low-level daily movement, walking, stretching, taking stairs. Fun fact, muscle is a metabolic anti-aging powerhouse. It burns more calories at rest, helps regulate blood sugar, and releases chemicals called myokines that reduce inflammation. So by maintaining or building a bit of muscle, you're actively fighting metabolic aging. We also encourage gentle practices like yoga or Tai Chi, which have dual benefits of movement plus stress reduction. Beyond exercise, inflammation is influenced by other lifestyle factors. For example, chronic inflammation can be triggered by long-term stress and poor sleep. Again, why we tackle those. It can manifest as joint pain, body aches, or just feeling puffy and unwell. These are signs your body is in a state of irritation. Sometimes clients say, I feel inflamed, meaning they feel swelling in fingers or face, or their joints ache in the morning. We take those feelings seriously. In our structured path, within weeks of improving diet and lifestyle, many women see that mystery puffiness go down and flexibility improve. One client's rings started fitting again once she cut out excess sugar and managed stress. She lost water retention, which was a form of inflammation. In fact, if you've been chasing weight loss but nothing budges, consider that it might not be fat. It could be inflammation and water weight. The strategy then is, don't just lose weight, lose inflammation. We do this through an anti-inflammatory meal plan, stress reduction, optimal hydration, and gentle movement. As the inflammation calms, the scale often drops a bit, but more importantly, you feel slimmer and lighter because the bloating is gone. Your face may even look more contoured as swelling subsides. This is the inside-out glow-up that no amount of makeup can mimic. In summary, addressing these lifestyle factors, keeping cortisol in check, aligning with your circadian rhythm, and minimizing chronic inflammation completes the anti-aging puzzle. Think of it this way. Nutrition gives you the raw materials, hormones, and metabolism are the machinery, and lifestyle is the operating environment. We want that environment to be as calm, well-tuned, and supportive as possible for the machinery to work and the materials to be used well. When all three aspects work in harmony, you've set yourself up for amazing, lasting results. In the next section, we'll put it all together and show you what a day in the life of an anti-aging routine looks like, practically speaking, especially when you have a structured program like Health 360 to guide you. So, what does it actually look like to live this inside-out anti-aging lifestyle? Let's walk through a typical day of a woman. Let's call her Anna, age 42, who has embraced this structured path with a little help from Health 360. You'll see how each part of the plan fits naturally into real life. Importantly, this isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. With Health 360's guidance, Anna has gradually built habits that make her day run smoothly, keeping her energized and glowing. Here's how her day might go. Morning, rise and recharge. Anna wakes up around 6:30 a.m. Instead of hitting snooze repeatedly, she's learned to set a calming alarm and put her phone out of arm's reach, so she has to get up and start moving. The first thing she does is rehydrate. She drinks a full glass of warm water with lemon. This simple morning lemon water ritual helps flush out her system and rehydrate her cells after the night's rest. It's also a little liver-loving step to kickstart digestion. This has made a huge difference in how she feels and looks in the morning. She no longer battles that puffy, "I just rolled out of bed" face, because the hydration and vitamin C from the lemon help reduce any overnight bloating. Next, Anna opens her window or steps outside for a few minutes of morning light while she stretches lightly. That natural light tells her body clock it's daytime, shutting off melatonin and boosting her alertness. A quick stretch or a brief walk with her dog serves as both movement and a cortisol regulator. It gently raises her heart rate and gives her a mood boost without any stress. By 7 a.m., she's making breakfast. Through the Health 360 app, she already has a plan for breakfast. No need to scramble for ideas. This morning it's a spinach and avocado omelet with a side of tomato and cucumber slices, plus a spoon of flax seeds on top. It's a delicious, hormone balancing meal, high in protein and healthy fats, packed with fiber and phytonutrients. She loves it because it keeps her full and focused all morning. Gone are the days when she'd just grab a sugary yogurt or skip breakfast and then crash at 10 a.m. If she's in a hurry, sometimes she'll do a quick protein smoothie with berries, leafy greens, and a scoop of collagen. The app provides those recipe suggestions too. Before diving into work, Anna takes a moment for mental setup. She spends 5 minutes journaling or doing a short meditation. Health 360 has a few guided audios for breathing exercises that she finds useful. This practice has noticeably lowered her overall stress levels. She starts the day feeling in control and centered. By around 9 a.m., she's at work or her home office. Her Health 360 app pings gently to remind her to sip water. She fills up her big water bottle, infused with cucumber and mint, a nice touch she enjoys, and keeps it at her desk. She aims to finish 1 to 2 of these bottles by lunch. Midday, sustain and energize as the day progresses. Anna avoids the mid-morning energy slump by incorporating small habits. For one, she doesn't overload on caffeine. 1 cup of coffee or green tea in the morning is enough. Too much caffeine would spike her stress hormones and energy, only to drop her harder later. Instead, around 10:30 a.m., if she feels a bit hungry or low on energy, she has a planned smart snack, maybe a handful of almonds and a square of dark chocolate or apple slices with a bit of almond butter. Health 360 taught her how to pair a bit of healthy fat/protein with natural carbs to keep things balanced. This tides her over to lunch without reaching for the vending machine. Lunch is around 12:30 p.m. Today, Anna has a big Nourish bowl prepared, thanks to some light meal prep. It's got mixed salad greens, quinoa, grilled chicken, leftover from last night's dinner, cherry tomatoes, olives, and a drizzle of olive oil lemon dressing. It's vibrant, filling, and follows the Health 360 plate formula: half veggies, a quarter lean protein, a quarter quality carbs, plus some healthy fat. This combination will keep her blood sugar steady and give her lasting energy for the afternoon. She remembers how she used to feel so sleepy after her old lunches, like a big sandwich with chips. Not anymore. No more post-lunch slumps and no more unbuttoning the pants from bloating. If she's eating out or at the office cafeteria, she uses the principles she's learned. For example, choosing a grilled protein and veggies and perhaps stealing just a few fries from a friend instead of eating a whole plate of them. It's flexible. She still enjoys food, but she's mindful. After lunch, Anna likes to take a short walk if possible, even just 10 minutes around the block or office. This habit, encouraged by the program, aids her digestion and helps control blood sugar. Moving muscles draw sugar out of the blood. It also clears her head. She often notices she's more productive and creative in the afternoon if she's taken this little break. If weather or work doesn't allow a walk, she might do some quick desk stretches. The idea is to avoid sitting in one place for endless hours. Health 360 sometimes reminds her with a notification to move your body, a nudge to stand up or stretch if she's been sedentary too long. These micro breaks prevent stiffness and keep her circulation going. Good circulation equals better nutrient delivery to skin and muscles. Through the afternoon, hydration continues. By now, she's refilled her water bottle and maybe had an herbal tea. Around 3 to 4 p.m., if she feels the urge for a pick-me-up, instead of a sugary snack, she opts for something like Greek yogurt with a few berries or carrot sticks with hummus. These snacks give her a gentle energy boost without a crash. She's also learned strategies from Health 360 to tackle the common 3 p.m. craving. Sometimes fatigue can masquerade as hunger. So first, she drinks water or goes for a 5-minute walk to re-energize, and often that's enough. If she truly is hungry, she has her prepared healthy snack ready. By managing this, she avoids the trap of grabbing candy or a pastry late in the day, which used to then kill her appetite for a healthy dinner and disturb her sleep. Evening, wind down and restore work is done by about 6 p.m. Anna now transitions to her relaxing evening phase. In the past, evenings were her danger zone for mindless snacking or Netflix until 1 a.m. But with the structured routine, she has reshaped her evenings to maximize anti-aging benefits. She aims to eat dinner on the earlier side, around 6:30 or 7 p.m. Tonight, she prepares baked salmon, rich in omega-3s for anti-inflammatory benefits, with a side of roasted broccoli and sweet potato wedges. It's a satisfying, nutrient-dense dinner. She keeps the portion of starchy carbs, like sweet potato, moderate at dinner time, focusing more on protein and veg. This helps prevent an insulin spike at night and improves her sleep quality. Finishing dinner by 7 to 7:30 means she's not going to bed on a full stomach, which has done wonders for her digestion and morning energy. In fact, having an earlier, lighter dinner is one of the key lifestyle tweaks she swears by now. It stabilizes her hormones and prevents that next day bloated feeling. After dinner, Anna spends a little quality time with family or hobbies. By 9 p.m., she starts her wind down routine. Consistency is key here. Her body has learned that certain cues mean it's time to slow down. She might take a warm shower or bath. The rise and fall of body temperature signals to her body it's time for sleep soon. She dims the lights or lights a few candles to create a cozy atmosphere. Importantly, she puts her phone away or turns on a blue light filter and avoids heavy work emails at this hour. This is me time. Sometimes she'll do gentle yoga stretches on the floor or listen to calming music. If something from the day is on her mind, she'll jot it in a journal to release it until tomorrow. On especially stressful days, she uses a guided meditation from the Health 360 app focused on relaxation. It's just 10 minutes, but it truly lowers her heart rate and quiets her mind. This is all about lowering cortisol in the evening so that melatonin, sleep hormone, can rise. By around 10:30 p.m., Anna is in bed. She's created a cool, comfortable sleep environment. The bedroom is slightly cool, around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius or 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, completely dark. She invested in blackout curtains and no more glowing gadgets by the bed, and quiet, or sometimes she puts on a white noise machine or earplugs if needed. She perhaps does a few minutes of reading, an actual book, not on a backlit device, and then drifts off. Most nights, she sleeps soundly through the night now, whereas before, she'd often wake at 3 a.m. with her mind racing. On the occasion, she can't fall asleep quickly. She uses a breathing technique she learned. For 7-8 breathing, inhale 4 seconds, hold 7 seconds, exhale 8 seconds, and usually that eases her into sleep. This routine might sound idyllic, but keep in mind, Anna built it step by step with the help of the program. She didn't suddenly overhaul her life in one day. Through Health 360, each week she focused on one new habit. One week drinking more water, another week fixing her breakfast, another setting up a sleep schedule, until it became second nature. Now, this lifestyle doesn't feel like work at all. It gives her more energy and free time because she's not constantly reacting to exhaustion or stressing over her body. And yes, she still enjoys treats and fun. If it's a weekend and she goes out for dinner with friends, she indulges mindfully and gets back to her routine afterwards. The structured approach actually frees her to live more because the foundation is strong. To highlight how Health 360 is woven in, the app acted like her personal coach in her pocket. It reminded her to hydrate, provided meal plans and recipes tailored to her goals, and even suggested adjustments when she logged how she felt. Feeling low energy? Try adding an iron-rich snack. It tracks her progress so she can see improvements, like how her energy scores went up or how her body measurements changed over months. There's also a community aspect. On days she felt unmotivated, she'd hop into the in-app forum for some inspiration from other women on the same journey, which made a big difference. Knowing she's not alone kept her going. In essence, Health 360 helped implement all the changes we've discussed, step by step, in a structured way. It took the guesswork out and provided accountability. Anna often says that having this guidance was like having a clinical nutritionist and wellness coach by her side daily, exactly the expert support she needed to stay consistent. The result, over time, living this day-to-day routine, Anna found that she didn't just stop the clock on aging. In many ways, she turned it back. A few months into the program, she noticed her skin had a new glow. Friends asked if she changed her skincare, but it was the nutrition and hydration showing up on her face. Her digestion improved, and the constant bloating disappeared. Her stomach is flatter now at 42 than it was at 32. She has energy to get through the day without 4 cups of coffee. She's also about 15 pounds lighter, not because she was crash dieting, but as a natural byproduct of eating better and reducing stress. More importantly, she feels in control of her health. Those afternoon sugar cravings that used to boss her around are gone, and if they ever flare up, she knows exactly why and how to handle it. She's sleeping deeply and waking up refreshed. This inside-out approach not only improved her physical appearance, it boosted her confidence and mood. When you care for yourself at this deep level, it really shows. She carries herself with more vitality, her posture improved, partly thanks to strength training and stretching, and she genuinely feels younger than she did a decade ago. That's the power of a structured anti-aging lifestyle. It's not a mythical fountain of youth. It's a series of smart choices repeated daily. And with a system like Health 360, those choices are made simpler and customized for you. As we wrap up,
nourish your body with
remember
vibrant
this
whole
key
foods.
message.
Protect your calm
Anti-aging
and your
isn't
sleep,
about chasing
and
youth.
move every day in
It's
ways
about
that light you
choosing
up.
vitality.
These three pillars,
It's about making
nutrition,
the decision
stress
to
and
care
sleep,
for your
and
body's
movement,
inner
create
workings
lasting
so
beauty and energy from the
thoroughly
inside
that your
out.
beauty and energy radiate outward. We've debunked the myth that a single cream or pill can turn back time. Instead, it's the consistent, structured habits, balancing your hormones, fueling your cells, tending to your gut, managing stress, and prioritizing rest that create real, observable changes. And those changes don't expire overnight. They build on each other, giving you lasting results. Imagine aging like climbing a mountain. Many people trudge upwards with increasing strain, feeling heavier and more exhausted with each year. But by following an inside-out anti-aging path, you lighten your load. You equip yourself properly for the journey. Suddenly, the climb becomes invigorating. You might even sprint a little, enjoying the process as each year you feel stronger and more confident in your body. Yes, the years will pass, but how you experience them is within your influence. Your 40s and 50s can truly become the new 30s in terms of health and vibrancy. We've seen women in their 60s who, after adopting these principles, glow with a kind of energy and complexion that outshines their younger selves. It's never too late to start. Every positive change you make inside your body yields rewards, no matter your age. Before we go, let's address mindset. An inside-out approach is not a one-week quick fix. It's a commitment to yourself. But it's also deeply empowering. It means you're no longer at the mercy of whatever aging throws at you. You have tools to influence how you feel. Instead of fearing birthdays, you can look forward to them, knowing you have the knowledge to stay radiant. And unlike fad diets or extreme routines, this approach doesn't steal joy. You're not punishing yourself or living in a state of stress about your regimen. Quite the opposite. You'll find more joy in food because it's delicious and makes you feel good, more peace in your daily life as your mood stabilizes and anxiety lessens, and more confidence socially. When you feel good in your skin, it shows. We also kept this journey real. Life is meant to be lived. Yes, have that slice of cake at your friend's birthday. Enjoy the occasional late night out. The structured path isn't about abstaining from life's pleasures. It's about building a resilient foundation so those occasional indulgences truly stay occasional and don't derail you. Think 80-20. 80% of the time, you're on point with nurturing yourself, so that 20% of fun treats or lazy days won't harm your long-term goals. Over time, you may find your tastes naturally change. When you feel the difference inside, you want to stick to the habits because of how great they make you feel. To everyone watching, you have the power to influence how you age. It's not all genetics or luck. It's daily choices. And you don't have to do it alone or figure it all out by yourself. Resources like Health 360 exist to give you a roadmap, essentially a distillation of scientific insight and clinical experience turned into actionable steps you can apply in your busy life. Our goal is to take a lot of the trial and error out of the equation so you can start feeling results and stay motivated. It's like having a wellness expert, a nutritionist, and a supportive coach all in one, guiding you through transforming your lifestyle. We focus on you, your unique needs, rather than a one-size-fits-all fad. This holistic, personalized system is what makes the difference when nothing else has worked. Finally, I want to leave you with a hopeful thought. Aging is often portrayed as a negative, something to battle or fear. But what if we flipped that script? What if aging could be growth, growing into a stronger, wiser, more radiant version of yourself? It can be. When you take care of yourself from the inside out, you don't just preserve your beauty and energy, you enhance them with the wisdom and confidence that come with years. Like we often say, anti-age is about radiance, not trying to look 20. It's about feeling your best so your natural glow shines through. In essence, it's beauty that grows, not fades. You've made it this far, which tells me you're serious about taking charge of your well-being. Now it's time to act. You don't need to overhaul everything at once. Start with 1 or 2 changes from this video that resonated with you. Maybe tonight you trade that late TV binge for an early bedtime, or tomorrow morning you add protein to your breakfast and see how you feel. Step by step, build your own inside-out anti-aging routine. And if you need structure or a helping hand, we at Health 360 are here to support you on that journey. Here's to embracing aging on your terms, with grace, strength, and vitality. You have the roadmap. Your body is ready to heal and renew at any age, once you give it the right support. So let's rewrite your aging story from the inside out. The best is truly yet to come. Thank you for joining me in this deep dive. Stay healthy, stay radiant, and remember, the power of lasting beauty and energy lies within you. Let's unlock it together. Learn more, Health 360 Inch. Find the link in description.